So here's kind of two ways I see people kind of do it. Right, you've got like your influencer hot Instagram model that is like traveling everywhere, and it's just pictures of her and videos of her traveling everywhere, and she just gets like a bunch of followers and a bunch of views because she's hot and she's in cool places. But then that like she can grow off of that, and like she can sell other people's products, do affiliate marketing because people want to follow a hot chick in cool places. But then there's the other side of it where there's travel accounts that provide just tons of value and information and tips and tricks and hacks. I'm not, maybe there are, but I think it's maybe more difficult if you try and go right in between the two, where it's like no hot chick character, not really value. It's just kind of like pictures, unless your pictures are crazy amazing. But I think for you, I definitely look more towards, especially because your business model that you want to get into with this is actually selling product through it. So I would look at it more from like lots of information, lots of value, tips, tricks, hacks, advice, travel strategy, best locations, hidden locations, top locations, just like tons of different information. So if like someone were to, I don't know, like what would the ideal person be? Someone who probably wants to travel to Sicily, right? If you're just doing like Sicily content, you'd probably want people, like someone going to Sicily would be the ideal person to find your page. And so when they do, you know, I'm just trying to look at it as, okay, I'm gonna travel to Sicily, and if I'm coming across your page, then I would prefer to have like tons of, like, as I could go through it, sure, like very beautiful images and video and stuff, but also while I'm doing that, I'm getting a lot of information about things I can do when I'm in Sicily, or things I want to avoid when I'm in Sicily, places I should go, shouldn't go, foods I should eat, shouldn't eat. It's like if you can provide basically like a library of information for people on your account, I think that's probably the best way to go, because there will be something sitting there that is very, like, it's what people are looking for. It's of like there's a lot of value there for them. Whereas like a chick who's just taking hot pictures in bikinis in different places, you know, that's her value, but people that follow her aren't getting, you know, a lot of information on, okay, well, if I go there, what do I want to do? How do I want to approach it? How much is it going to cost? That sort of stuff. So, and then also I think if you are providing value in that way, I think it's easier to sell a product. I mean, hot chicks can sell products too, I guess, kind of easily, but I just think if you have a really good strategy where you're giving people lots of value and information, and then inside of that you're plugging like, and here's I don't know, you could do all sorts of stuff, and maybe we want to talk more about this, but you know, you could have certain travel products. Maybe you have like a solar light, a solar charger or something that you're traveling with that's super handy, and you work that into some of your content. Or maybe, I mean, you just have to kind of figure this stuff out, but maybe maybe you strike a deal with a restaurant somewhere in Sicily, right, for a post or a series of posts where it's just saying like, hey, this is, you know, maybe you do like a top 5 places to eat, and part of that is the top 1 spot you're getting, a restaurant's paying you to say this is the top restaurant to go to in this area, and you have some sort of deal with them like that. So you can do all sorts of stuff like that, I think, but in order to do those things, you first got to figure out how to get the following, how to get people to actually follow you and engage with your content. And I think the best way to do that is, you know, inside of what you're saying and trying to do, traveling around Sicily, I'd say just jam pack it with really helpful, valuable information for people.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I mean, like this kind of information I have to include in the Instagram post. You mean?
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
are speaking about Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So at the bottom, like in the comment, just give I don't know, 4 or 5 lines, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Or, I mean, a really good strategy, has been working for a while now, but is super, super long captions. So instead of like 4 or 5 lines, do like 4 or 5 paragraphs underneath each of your Instagram posts. So like you've got the, you know, the image or video, and then they can also just sit there and basically read and just be gathering more and more information about Sicily, traveling through
place.
Sicily, yeah.
Okay.
And then if you do that, you know, you could easily start to branch out into other. I mean, you can take that little template that you just created. You can just take that to anywhere in the world and apply it, and just like if you come up with stuff that works well in Sicily, like top 5 things to avoid, top 5 places to eat, best attractions, best ways to save money, and then you just take those and go do that in a bunch of different cities, a bunch of different locations if you wanted to. I'm just saying, like, that just makes it a really easy way to scale the whole thing and attract a much bigger audience than just people who would be interested in just Sicily. But as a way to grow your account and attract more people, you could just keep doing those same types of pieces of information, but just in different locations. Just an idea. You're gonna post top 5 places to eat, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Your question is, how do I work in, here's a deal with a company for a hotel to stay at? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
So you could just tag on to that post, by the way, here's a place you can stay hotel-wise. Or you could just create a post that's based on housing, right? And so instead of trying to work a housing brand deal into a post about food, I mean, I think that can work. Those aren't far apart. Like, people are looking for places to eat and stay. Like, I don't think you could do that. But if you wanted to make it more cohesive,
Direct.
yeah, I guess you could just say, you know, here's an example, right? So like I've seen posts are you familiar with TikTok? You know what that app is?
No, I mean I know TikTok, but I'm not using.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's just a bunch of videos you can watch, and so I've seen some videos on there where people are doing, like, they're in a location on a trip, and they're showing the top 5 Airbnbs under $10 a night, which, like, that's a really good post. That's a lot of information for people, and it's entertaining, because even if people aren't traveling there, no interest in traveling there, it's still interesting to see what you could potentially stay there for under $10 a night. So I would say, create a post like that and just attach to it, you know, like, here's a Airbnb here, like, use this Airbnb link, which is your Airbnb affiliate link, and it'll give them like 10 or 15% off their first night or something like that. But make a post, top 5 Airbnbs in Sicily under $20 a night, and here's my affiliate link to save $15-20 off your first night. And then you post that, people are getting the information and the entertainment, and your link is attached, so when they click and book on Airbnb, one of those locations, you just got paid through Airbnb for that. Does that make sense? Does that answer the question a little bit?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
And my guess is at the beginning, you'll have to spend, you know, it's just that will take practice. Like anything else you've practiced that you weren't good at when you started and then eventually got good at it, it just came from doing it over and over and over again. Same thing with posts, content, and then selling product through your content. Like the more you do it, the more you practice it, you'll get better at it. So the first, I don't know however many times you go through it, it'll feel clunky, maybe stuff's not working, but you'll definitely eventually get to the point, and I've watched influencers do this. Like I've seen them small and then I've watched them grow, and you can just see how they're learning to integrate more smoothly selling product into their content and that sort of thing. So it's not something there's necessarily like a you need to do this, this, and this. There is some of that, like, make a post that makes sense and then have a link there, and you got to set up like that. But as far as the creative part of how you're going to create posts and weave into it at selling a product, a lot of that's going to be up to you and your style and just testing and figuring out what works. But yeah, I think that Airbnb example is a really good one. If I were you, I'd take that and use it. Honestly, like do some sort of Airbnb post, and I'm pretty sure Airbnb has an affiliate program. I haven't looked before, but I imagine they do. Do you know how to check if companies have affiliate programs? I think most, if you're just going to their website and going down to their affiliate section and signing up, I think most of the time when you do that, you're not under any contract to only promote that company's products and or services. Like on my YouTube channel, for example, I have affiliate links for several different companies. So, and there's no issue with that at all. But there are sometimes, like when YouTubers or like influencers, whatever, they'll make a brand deal with that company, like have direct conversations with that company, where every video that they post now is that company pays them for every video to promote them in every single video. And so sometimes they're under just a singular contract with the company. But when it comes to just going to people's websites and signing up for their affiliate programs, there shouldn't be, double check contracts if you're worried about that, but there shouldn't be an issue. And I just checked, Airbnb does have an affiliate program. It says they do, let's see, you'll earn a portion of the Airbnb service fee, 30% for stays. That's pretty good. So that's actually really good. Yeah, you'd earn 30%. So anybody that clicked your Airbnb link and booked, you'd earn 30% of that booking. That's pretty good.
That's good. Yeah. Another question. I was wondering about the landing page, because I don't know, do you think in this kind of setting up a mail is essential, or can at least at the beginning just skip it?
Okay, so the biggest thing first is a following. Like if there's not people, then all the other stuff doesn't matter at all, right? Like which affiliate program, how much you're earning from it, if you have a landing page, none of that matters if your account, your content isn't like getting people, capturing people and growing your account. So unless you're running paid advertisements, then and maybe we need to talk about that, maybe that's part of your strategy. But if you're just kind of trying to do it organically, then like your content's gonna matter so much, because that's the thing that's gonna allow you to grow. So I would say like everything's got to be focused on how you're gonna grow and get people to see you and follow you, and then from there is the time to start thinking about landing page, stuff like that.
Okay.
Because and like for example, if you're doing an Airbnb affiliate, if that's the promotion that you're doing, you don't need a landing page for that at all. Like you're gonna send them to Airbnb, and there's no reason at all you'd want to run them through a landing page for that. Just wouldn't make sense. So landing pages would also depend on what you're promoting. You could also have, another strategy, like just kind of as an add-on, you could just have your own website. I would look at it this way, if you, landing page wise, I would look at it as your own website, your own landing page that breaks down. It's basically like a landing page version of your Instagram, where it's still got all your tips, advice, tricks, like just in website form. And then inside there have all your affiliate links attached to all the information and content and posts that are on your landing page. That makes sense? Yeah, so like if you're gonna do a top 5 Airbnb post for Instagram, I'd just do that same stuff, put it on your website, and then you could push people to your website if you want, or just kind of have it there and linked and people can find it. But like And then anybody who does make it to your website, again, you just have everything linked there with your affiliate stuff so people can click and you get paid off your website. And then also you can just have those links in your Instagram as well, or your YouTube or TikTok, wherever. But you can't put links in comments. That doesn't work. So you'd have to,
Okay.
the best links for you to use, if we're talking Instagram, would be swipe ups and stories. But you also have to have 10,000
Okay.
followers to unlock that. I think it's still 10,000.
Right.
So, but that would be the best one. The next best after that is links in your bio, and you can get what's called a link tree, which is a link you put there. And when you click the link, it opens up another little page that has several different links. And that's a really good one to use because if so if people clicked your link in your bio and then they get 8 different links, and each one's like, here's an Airbnb link, here's a link to this product, here's a link to this product, here's a link to a travel course. That's one thing you could think about, maybe, is like a somewhat inexpensive digital travel course for Sicily, something like that. I don't know, just an idea. And I want to mention this before I forget it because I've already forgot a couple times. One strategy, so there definitely is the strategy of just post, and through your posting, people click and buy through your affiliate offer. But also what I've seen really good influencers doing is they go out of their way to collect the email addresses of their followers, or as many people as they can that come across their content. And then they keep a weekly or even every couple day newsletter going out to them. And then inside that newsletter, again, it's more tips, more advice, and more affiliate links so you can make more money. So it's like you've got the posting, the content part on social media platforms. Then you've got emails you collect from those platforms and you send emails to those people. And then you can also have your website where you've got, again, your content on there that all has its links. So I'd get kind of those 3 things in place: content to social media, email campaigns to people, and have it all linked on your website and everything. And that's 3 different places where people can find all of your different links. And then again, but the main thing from there is like you've got to get people there and be driving people through it, which is I think is the trickiest part, because it's not necessarily difficult to set up affiliate programs and decide what products you want to promote and all that, but getting people there that actually watch it and click and buy, I think that's kind of the more difficult part. And so you've got your website, you've got email campaign, emails you can send out to people, but your content's really got to be the thing that's harnessing an audience for you.
All right. Do you think there is like a minimum number of people you have to have on your account before you start, let's say, building all this up, or you can just start like from scratch like this?
I mean, I think you just start from scratch. Yeah, that's what my YouTube channel, for example, is I didn't create that channel to do affiliate marketing, but there is some affiliate marketing baked into it. And I just started, and you don't necessarily need big followers or big views. Like, I have one video that's been there for I think over a year now, but it's only got like 13,000 views. It's not anything crazy by any means, but I do have an affiliate link attached to it, and I make pretty good money through that affiliate link, even though it's only got 12,000, 13,000 views. I know for sure that video's made quite a bit more money. Gosh dang it, did I lose you again? Sorry, man, that's really annoying. But anyways, I was just saying that, yeah, just get started, and because if you're doing things well, you can start making money. The video I'm talking about, my YouTube video, is a really good example, because all I did was I found a piece of content that I could rank in search. So like when people search for it, it pops up, and you don't need and so when people search that, they click on my video because it's ranked at the top, they watch it, and then they click the link and they buy, and I get paid. I didn't need followers to do that. I didn't need a ton of views to do that because the video doesn't have a ton of views. It's just I needed to rank it in the right spot for the right search term. And you can do that stuff. Like, you could start a blank YouTube channel, get a video to rank for a search term with a link attached to it, and be making money even though you have basically no subscribers, no followers, but hardly any views. But since people are starting to find that video through search and your information in it is good, then they click and buy. So I say just get started, man. Linktree, LNKTREE. Let me double check that. Nope, it's here. I'll chat it to you real fast. Yeah, so that it's pretty straightforward. You just sign up there, and then it'll have you load in the links that you want to put in there, and then it'll give you one link that you go put in your bio,
okay.
And then when people click that, it'll open up the other ones. And do you know about Amazon Associates, Amazon Affiliate? Do you know about that program?
I know.
Okay.
I mean, I know it exists.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Perfect. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that, because what you can do there, I mean, Amazon has crazy amounts of all kinds of products, right? And you can go in there and pick any of them, and it creates a little link for you. And if people click and buy through that link, you get paid. So that's just people use that one all the time across. I mean, you've got beauty influencers, you've got videographers, you've got myself. I have some Amazon links. Like, it's just a really straightforward affiliate program that has endless products you could promote.
Do you have to pay to get links, or
No.
It's just no?
No, free to sign up. Yeah.
Cool. And another question I have is because I was wondering a bit about the, let's say, the target of the people I want to have. I was thinking, like, I don't know, maybe Northern Europe people, UK, Denmark. But I don't know if if I have to, for sure I want to do it like in English.
Yeah.
All this description and
I think I know what you're getting at. I don't think you need to worry about identifying a certain country, because what you want to identify is people interested in Sicily, like in the travel side of Sicily, and that could come from any country around the whole world, right? So maybe there are more. Also, though, there for sure are some countries not interested in travel in Sicily, and some countries that will have more interest in that. But I don't know what those countries are off the top of my head. Maybe you already have an idea of like the main countries that tend to travel to Sicily.
Yeah.
And so if you can figure out that information, then yeah, maybe you do want to maybe just stick to those countries. But if all you're doing is posting content organically, then I mean, you don't really have much of a choice as far as which country is going to see that, like who's going to see that. Unless you're running advertisements like Facebook ads or Instagram ads. If you do something like that, or like promote your posts, then absolutely you can target certain countries, certain age ranges, certain interests. But if you're just posting onto Instagram, a regular post, there's no option to decide which country that goes to.
Yeah.
So.
No, because I mean, at some point I will try to sponsor some content. I mean, not now, but maybe later. So
Yes.
I was wondering if I have to just having in mind like a target, or if actually it doesn't really matter at this point, I think.
Not so much. I mean, it's a good idea to have an idea who you're trying to reach, just so you can kind of gear your content towards that type of person, right? Like, if it's like your content's gonna be more for an adult with money to do things, so like a kind of more of a maybe you're not gonna be creating content for an 8-year-old kid. You're going to be creating content for some sort of adult that's interested in travel. So there's that to think about. Just thinking along the lines of who you're trying to reach can help shape your content. But you just can't directly target people if you're just posting organically.
Correct. And going back to the email stuff, how do you get emails through Instagram? Do you have like some special like tool or something like that?
So I would use your link tree, and then through your link tree, or if you don't use Linktree, you could just have one link in your bio. But this is where maybe a landing page, your own little website landing page, makes a lot of sense, because they can click to there, and you can tell them in a post or in a story or whatever, like, hey, by the way, like, go over to my website, sign up for the email list, or you can maybe do a better job of incentivizing them with something. But basically just a link to your landing page, and on that landing page just have an email box where they can input their email.
Okay, so that's the only way to get the email though.
You can also run Facebook lead ads, which when I say Facebook ads, it's the same thing as Instagram ads. They're both run from all inside the same thing. So you could run Facebook lead ads, which is basically they'd just see a post of yours, and if they clicked on it, a little form would pop up where they could input their information. So you could collect that way.
Okay.
But you do have to spend money to run that type of advertising. But yeah, if you want to collect emails, you've got to drive them to somewhere where you can actually capture that email, like a landing page. You could.
Okay.
I mean, you could have them DM you. DMing is good because then that's like interaction happening on your account. So you could like post and say, for everybody that DMs me their email, we're sending out a special coupon for this product. So DM me your email if you want to get that special discount. Just stuff like that. And again, there are some things I can tell you, but a lot of it's going to be just go through, like just keep trying things, and you'll find what works best for you. But yeah, those are pretty straightforward, common ways to collect emails. Just drive people to a landing page, something like that.
Okay, and in terms of like trust, before starting, like put links in bio, etc. Do you think like should I have like a minimum of, I don't know, like 50, 100 posts, or it doesn't matter at all?
I don't think it matters, especially if there's value, if you're like really giving people some good value and information in your content, then I think you can just do it right off the bat. If all you were doing was just you, like as a vlogger, showing off your life, then maybe something like that does take, building up an audience that gets to know you. But since you're not basing it off of you, it seems that we're basing it more off of the information, the travel, that sort of thing, then I would say, I think you can just right off the bat already have your affiliate, your monetization attached to that. And I don't think people are going to be turned off or anything. You just might not make anything from it at the beginning because there's no one there. But I don't think by doing that you're turning people away right off the bat. But if it was just like when you're at that point, like if it was you vlogging, yeah, that's hard for a stranger to come across a vlog that's all about you, and then you're just like trying to sell them something right away, right? Like if my YouTube channel, for example, if I was just selling stuff right off the bat, like and I was vlogging, there's no way that would have ever worked. The only reason I've ever been able to sell anything, like make any affiliate money through my channel, is because I first provided like a ton of value, a tutorial on how to do the thing, use the thing, and then because of that people click and buy. So I think if you do that, the value, the information, the tutorial on how to travel Sicily, then no, there's no problem with working in. And especially if you're talking about like, this is the place you need to stay, this is the product you need to travel with, and that's the content that you're starting off with, absolutely have the link attached to those already. That's my thoughts on that.
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Yes. So another thing, I was wondering if we have to, I mean, if it's better to do this like through Instagram and Facebook at the same time, maybe even sharing like the same kind of or similar stuff, or I can just start like with one and I just trying to focus on one.
Probably just one, because one or two, trying to do a lot at the same time just gets hard. And I don't know if you've tried posting content already, but content can be time consuming. It doesn't have to be, but creating content and posting it can be time consuming. And so, if you're trying to do 3 platforms right off the bat, to me that seems like spreading it out too much. You're gonna have a hard time growing. Probably just focus on one. And I would say right now, man, I know this might be a little out of left field if you haven't already had the app, but I would post to TikTok. I would make the one that you focused on first TikTok. And the reason that I say that is because TikTok has really, really good organic reach. I can upload a video right now to TikTok and random people will see that video. I can post a post on Instagram right now and no one will see that post. I can go post on Facebook right now and no one's gonna see that post. If I go post on TikTok right now, people see it. And if it's decent, it'll get circulated and shared much more than on other platforms right now. So if you're trying, and also I've seen this happen a bunch of times on TikTok right now, where like this, I should really take my own advice here. I haven't, but I've seen plenty of YouTubers, Spotify artists, Instagrammers go start posting on TikTok, and they have their other social media account linked in their TikTok, and all of a sudden their Instagram account or YouTube or Spotify streams have grown more than they've ever grown before, just because they started posting to TikTok, because TikTok has that organic reach. You just instantly reach people, random strangers, and no other platform is really offering that right now, and especially not at that type of reach. So I would say, and travel stuff, I would say travel stuff, especially with the value, the information inside of it, that'll work well on TikTok.
It's all about video, right? Or you can post photo?
It's all video.
Just video?
Just video. 15 to 60 second videos. Well, you can do it under 15 seconds, but you've got like a 15-second option and then a 60-second option.
Alright, does work like, I mean, you have a hashtag and comments too.
Yeah, it's
like
very
really similar, right?
Yep, very similar. It just has a better algorithm. Like, it's smarter at figuring out who to put your content in front of, and like I already said, it does take your content and put it in front of people right away. Whereas, I mean, Instagram used to be like that several years ago, but now you can create a new account, post to Instagram, and nothing happened at all. So I would do like TikTok, there's video stuff, have your Instagram link there, and then on your Instagram you can have images for sure. You could also have your videos there from TikTok. You can do your stories. And then Facebook wise, I mean, I would make those two. I'd probably put your focus there and then make Facebook, like if those get working really well, then maybe you go, okay, let's see what happens when I start to include Facebook. But yeah, by far people are on TikTok, Instagram, and then YouTube over Facebook, in my opinion, right now.
What about other platform like these gamers platform like Twitch and
So
What do you think?
I poked around on Twitch a little while ago. I don't know if there's your type of content on there. I might be wrong on that. I would have to go familiarize myself more with Twitch. Other platforms that do seem smart to me for what you're trying to do, Pinterest, I think would be a really good one. I've never personally put a lot of content on Pinterest, but I've watched some people do it, and I know that it's underrated. Like how everybody, including myself, it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Pinterest is one it's underrated. You can and it does have some organic reach. You can reach people just by posting. So yeah, and your content, your niche, your imagery type stuff would probably do really pretty well on Pinterest. You're talking about Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Write out super long captions. But don't write a long one full of nonsense just so there's something long to read. Like, write out a good paragraphs with a lot of information. So like if it's again going off of this top 5 Airbnbs. So if you did that and let's say it's a video, or maybe it's a carousel with images showing each one, like here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then in your caption, maybe take a second and have paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each one of the places, and list your favorite thing from the place or your least favorite thing, or maybe it's a review. That would be cool if you did like top 5 really cool pictures of each of the 5 Airbnbs, and then the caption was your individual review of each one of those Airbnbs. And that would be something people would read, because like people read reviews, people want the information, the knowledge. You were there, you touched things, you saw it, what do you have to say about it? But if it was just nonsense, like I don't know, this morning I woke up and ate 2 strawberries and then went to the bathroom, like no one cares about that, you know. But if you can create a really long caption that keeps people engaged, then yeah, extremely helpful on Instagram right now.
What about like the picture of Airbnb? If I affiliate, can I use some of the? Do I have to make all the contact by myself? Like for example, no.
Nope.
Can I just do?
So that one, when I saw that one on TikTok, I've seen it both ways. I've seen people who were actually in a place and went to the different Airbnbs, but then I've seen like a 16-year-old teenager in their bedroom. And you can do like a green screen effect on TikTok. So like I can be sitting here, but I could change the background to a picture that I just copy and pasted off of the Airbnb. And so I could be like, all right, here's number 5 of the top 5 Airbnbs, and sitting behind me is the image of that. And I can like roll out of the screen like this and you can see it better. So like you can absolutely use, and that would be smart to use other content instead of creating everything from scratch, because creating content time consuming. Find some travel accounts on Instagram, on TikTok, on Pinterest, and just take a look at their best performing posts. Like on Instagram, you can see the likes and comments. That's a really good indication of how well posts perform. On TikTok, it'll show you how many views and how many likes and how many followers and stuff. So I'd find travel accounts all over the place, but basically just go copy what's worked for other travelers. Like you go look at their accounts and pull up their most successful videos, posts, whatever, and you'll see that a top 5 Airbnb, people really like that, or worst foods in Sicily, or you'll just notice that someone did like a worst foods in Florida, and now you can do a worst foods in Sicily. Like you can literally just go look at the proof of successful posts, like figure out what's already succeeded and just copy it, but you in Sicily. Also good to.
Have you ever been in Sicily?
No, I haven't. I'd like to though. I have never even been. I've only been out. The only time. Well, I've been to. No, yeah, only South America. I've been to Argentina, Mexico. I haven't even been to Canada. Haven't been to Europe at all. I haven't done a ton of traveling out of the country. I've been around the United States quite a bit. I kind of made that decision a few years ago. Once I started making money online, I was like, oh, this is cool. I can kind of go wherever. And I kind of made the decision at that point to somewhat travel my own country, just because I thought it was like, and because I'd lived in Argentina for a little bit already, so I had a dose of like being outside of where I grew up. But then I was like, you know what, I've got this unique opportunity. It would feel kind of not like wrong or anything, but like I'm not sure why exactly I'd leave this country to go travel other places when I haven't even explored really anything inside this country yet. So I was like, I'll do this for a little bit. And then also like I kind of felt like that was a good idea. And then who knows, with all this stuff that just happened, if I had gone the route of traveling the world and then the whole Corona stuff happened, I could have got trapped in another country, or I don't know. But I haven't made it out to Sicily. I would like to though. I need to expand my global travels.
I send a link then, alright?
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. I'll make sure I click and buy every single one of your affiliate links when I go there. The advice stuff, the tips and strategies, like giving people that, people love it. I know I personally love that content from people, and I know that's the only reason any of my content has worked at all. It's definitely not my personality, because I don't jump onto YouTube videos and like try to entertain or joke or like put on like fake YouTube energy, and like so the only reason any of my videos have had any success and produced anything for me is just because there was value, like information in there that helped people. And so I personally think that's the easiest, quickest way to start to grow, is help give something for people to latch onto. And I just don't think, a beautiful image of nature does that anymore, because we've all seen so many pictures of just nature now that it's like, okay, great.
It makes sense. And I have actually another question. So if I decide like to have a landing page, do you think like should I work through WordPress or some specific platform, or just can I do on Wix?
Yeah, are you already familiar with one?
With I've done some pages on Wix, but I don't know if it's
okay.
For this purpose in my work.
So, any of them can work, is the truth. Wix, WordPress, Shopify, ClickFunnels, any of them will allow you to build a landing page. Any of them will allow you to collect email addresses. I honestly, especially at the beginning, I'd probably go more with what you're comfortable with and what is the best for you financially. If there were one that I would say this is the best, learn this one, because it'll do what you need to do now, but also as you learn and grow, it'll be a really good platform to learn and grow into. I'd say ClickFunnels. I don't know if you've heard of that, but ClickFunnels would be good. But ClickFunnels is also expensive. It's like $100 or something like that. They do a free trial, but it's expensive. It's like per month, it's like $100 or something like that.
$100 per month.
Yeah. So like a Wix or a WordPress or Shopify, you can do for quite a bit cheaper than that. But yeah, all of them will allow you to put content on there. All of them will allow you to collect an email address. So it's really just, it's up to you which one, because all of them can work.
So you are even on Wix you can put like it's called Facebook Pixel, all this kind of plugin.
Yeah.
Can you put?
Yeah, you can do you can do the Facebook stuff on all of them. The only last thing I think I'd say is takes time. Like patience it just takes time. I know, and I think to me it feels like you kind of already know that. I don't think you don't seem like a person. This doesn't feel like I want to get rich this week off of affiliate marketing. Like, seems like you kind of know you got to grow this thing for a bit. But I've just seen so many people who are expecting things too quickly, not expecting that it's going to take as much work, think it'll just happen and work right away. But really it's like a process of trial, error, getting better, practicing, learning, and it takes time. Like I know like honestly, even to date, I'm not sure my YouTube channel has made me back what would make it worth it according to how much time I put into it. That was a weird way to say that, but I don't think I've got back what I've put into it yet, is what I'm saying. And I've been uploading to YouTube for over 2 years, and I'm not saying that money wise, because I haven't put any money into my YouTube. That's just like my time, my work, my energy, but it just takes time. And I think YouTube's a bit bigger one. It takes a little bit more time than Instagram or like TikTok or something. But I just if you do want, and I've talked to other Instagram influencers, for example, and I've watched them and have talked to them about their growth, and it's years. Like people are the successful ones we see, and we're like, wow, that's so cool that they're doing that. I'd love to be doing that same thing. It's years. They've been building and growing that for several years. Occasionally there's one person who like popped off and it's like, wow, they're in a matter of 30 days they got that thing full blown going. But for 99% of us, it's put in grind month after month.
It's long.
But worth it, man. Like, it's so worth it, because once you put in that work and then you've got automatically all these people traveling through your affiliate links, your pages, your posts, and that eventually that gets to a point where that stuff kind of happens automatically, and all the clicks, all the purchases, just while you're sleeping, while you're riding your bike, while you're making your content. And so it very much gets to a point where it's worth it, and you've got like some real passive income streams coming through. But to get to that point, it is some real work and diligence.